Hey, I'm Pastor Darrell from Redding, California, and it's been a real honor to be in your home here in Vegas today. What a beautiful setting, such beautiful people. I think I share so much of your guys' DNA, and it was touching to be here. I think at the heart of our story is something that I was reading about King David. King David was anointed as king over Israel by Samuel when he was a young boy. It was 15 years of running from God and not knowing when this word was going to be fulfilled. It was 15 years before he ever stepped into being anointed as king. And he wasn't anointed as king over Israel. He was anointed as king over Judah. And his kingdom wasn't established in Jerusalem yet. It was established in Hebron. And for 7.5 years, he led Judah out of Hebron. Now, it had been so easy for David to move in the fact that God had already put a calling on his life and an anointing from Samuel and said, wait a minute, I'm to be king over all of Israel. But David was really good at not manipulating God to get his way. He was really good at focusing himself on the Lord so that he can be in the center of what God was doing. Eventually, of course, as you know the story, God fulfilled the vision that he gave to David, and he became king over all of Israel, and he set up that kingdom in Jerusalem. David was a mighty warrior of God, but he also was a mighty man of God. He was a man after God's own heart. He knew how to care about the things that God cares about. I think at the end of our lives in this world, I think our greatest legacy to live behind it for our family, and also when we see our God for the first time, is that, Lord, I lived my life in connection with you in a way that said you matter far more than what my own agenda matters. If we want to see God move in our lives in a really powerful and phenomenal way, we need to be where God is going, not trying to constantly drag God to where we're going. So I pray that this message really inspires you to just get out of God's way and let him do the work that he has called you to.